Hey guys, welcome to Fitness Chats with Zach, and today I wanted to discuss motivation. Motivation is absolutely essential when it comes to exercise and making goals and reaching goals. Motivation can really help you. Motivation can really help you strive to meet your goals. And it can give you that extra little nudge or boost when trying to reach your goals. Also, if you ever feel like giving up, proper motivation can help clear your mind, and remembering what motivates you can help you get back on track with trying to reach your goals. That actually kind of leads into what I'd like to talk about next, and that is what motivates you. Tell me guys, why are you trying to get into better shape? There are multiple different reasons why a person might want to do that, and I'd like to touch on a few of those. One of the biggest reasons is, of course, health. Guys, one thing that living a fit lifestyle does for us is it ultimately makes us more healthy. One of the things that living a fit lifestyle does for us is it prevents illness. Think about it, guys. When our body is running in top form, when we're able to be fit and healthy, our body runs in top form and is therefore able to work, to its fullest potential. And when our bodies are able to run at optimum power, they can certainly combat illness a lot more efficiently. Let me kind of give you a good example of what I'm talking about from my own experiences. When I was 260 pounds, guys, I used to cough all the time. It was a constant thing. For a long time, I just kind of dealt with it. I didn't really think about it. It never really occurred to me why that might be happening. I just thought it was either from the cold weather or from allergies. But then I found something out. I was talking to my mother one day, and one thing that she mentioned to me was that over the course of time, as I'd lost all this weight, she hadn't noticed me coughing anymore. And that's when it kind of clicked for me. One of the things that my mother and I both agree on is that when I was heavier, the excess weight was causing shortness of breath, or pressing against me in some way that was hindering my body's ability to allow me to breathe. This was making me cough. After losing all this weight, guys, constant coughing is a thing of the past for me. So I wholeheartedly believe that living a fit lifestyle can really aid in the prevention of illness. Another thing that living a fit lifestyle can do for us is it can help prevent injury. Think about this, you guys. As our bodies become stronger, they become more durable. And one of the things that comes with durability is that you're less susceptible to injury. Another good thing that can come from living a fit lifestyle is that it can ultimately help you live a longer and fuller life. Think about what we just talked about, guys. If living a fit lifestyle and getting healthier can ultimately help us prevent illness and injury, then it only makes sense that from those conclusions, we will be able to live longer. And we can certainly live fuller lives. We'll be able to do more. We'll be able to be out doing more. We're not restricted. We're not restricted by injury and illness. Another thing that living a fit lifestyle can really do for you is it can really help you psychologically. Studies have shown, guys, that when we exercise, our bodies release endorphins. Endorphins are essentially those chemicals that make us feel good. Guys, ultimately, exercising and living a fit lifestyle can help us live happier. When we don't have, when our minds aren't stressed over things like that, when we are doing something for ourselves, it can make us feel better. It can make us feel better about ourselves and help us to live a happier life. Another possible motivator that I'd like to touch on is competition. One of the biggest motivators people have, especially when it comes to exercise and fitness, is that they want to compete. They want to be part of a competition. Those competitions might consist of powerlifting or an endurance race or a marathon. For some people, this can be a very big motivator. Sometimes these competitions only happen, once or twice a year, and that's something that people work towards the entire year. They work towards this big race or this competition. They're going to be a part of it. They do it they participate every year, and they're working towards that. Every year they get strapped and they get ready, and they work towards the goal of competing. Let me tell you guys, one of my own goals for next year is to compete in the 2014 Maryland Warrior Dash. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to that. So in my own way, one of my motivators is to compete or competition, Another huge motivator, guys, that I want to touch on as far as, what motivates us to live a healthy, fit lifestyle is our family and friends. Guys, I'm sure that we all want to be around for our family and friends. Now, I say family and friends because I don't know everybody's home life or, family situation. Some people come from hard backgrounds and hard families. But I'm sure that we all have at least one person we can think of that we'd like to be here for. Living a healthy, fit lifestyle can help us do that. This ties right back into living longer, fuller lives, guys. If we live an unhealthy lifestyle, our chances of, living longer, or our chances of being around for those that we care about, get drastically cut. If we switch that up and just start living healthier and, trying to do more for ourselves, then we'll ultimately be able to be around longer for those that we care about and those that we love. Another thing that we might be doing this for as far as our family and friends is concerned is to maybe set a good example. Perhaps we're living well and fit and healthy, but maybe somebody we know isn't. And maybe we're trying to help them, get onto that path so that they can live long. Maybe we want someone else to be able to do that. Maybe we know somebody else who's not necessarily, living a very healthy lifestyle, and we want to help them. We want to set an example for them. In doing what we're doing, perhaps we want to set a good example for another person so that they can live longer, happier, and healthier lives. I think that's a very, very good reason. Another big motivator, guys, that we might have when choosing to live a healthier and fit lifestyle, another big motivator that I want to touch on, is that it can make us feel better about ourselves and give us a confidence boost. This comes right back to our body's production of endorphins. When we exercise, that production is increased, and thus, we feel better. We feel better about ourselves. Through production of endorphins, it ties into this as well. Through production of endorphins, we are, again, less susceptible to depression and anxiety. Let me give you another example from personal experience. Long before I ran into the troubles that I had with my own weight gain and becoming a bigger person, I was heavy into fitness. I lifted all the time, I ran, I worked out a lot, and I lived a really happy life. But when I reached that area, that part of my life where I had the most struggles that I went through during the time that I gained all that weight back, during that entire time, my entire well-being just completely shattered. I didn't work out anymore, I didn't exercise anymore, I didn't run, I didn't eat well, and as a result of not taking care of myself, I gained 90 pounds. For me, this weighed heavy on my mind. I could not believe that I had allowed myself to get that far. Knowing that I had previously valued the way that I felt about myself, knowing that I had actually cared about that at one time, and that I had still allowed this to happen to me, that destroyed me. That tore me apart. And I was in a really bad place, emotionally, physically, psychologically, spiritually. I was in a horrible place. During that period in my life, guys, I was on 3 different antidepressants at the same time, and I was going to therapy. But ultimately, guys, when I finally hit rock bottom and realized what I had allowed to happen to myself and that I didn't want that to be me anymore, things started to look up. Guys, I know that through everything that was going on, God picked me up and put me back in a place that I am so much happier in. When I decided that I was going to get back into shape, and as the months progressed, I began to lose the weight, I began to get stronger, faster, I felt so much better about myself, and as a result, today, I'm not in therapy anymore, and I don't take any more antidepressants. I'm not on any medication. So let me tell you guys from personal experience, living a healthy, active lifestyle can definitely make us feel a lot better about ourselves. Now guys, one other thing that I want to talk about when it comes to feeling better about ourselves and a confidence boost, one thing that I'd like to discuss a little bit is pride. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being, proud of what you've done and what you've been able to accomplish. But sometimes, not all the time, I'm not at all saying that this happens to everyone or that it happens every single time, but sometimes we can let that go to our heads. And again, I'm not saying everybody, but it does happen. There are people out there, and I'm not naming anybody, I don't know who you are or who it is. I'm not saying anyone in particular. But there are some people that, let their success go to their heads, and they choose to rub it in everybody's face and look down and become condescending to people. And that's not the kind of people we want to be. That's definitely not setting a good example. That will even push people away from it. The Bible even says in Proverbs 11, verse number 2, pride leads only to shame. It is wise to be humble. So again, guys, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be proud of what you've done and, the person that you've become. But we just have to be very careful that we don't let it go to our heads. We just have to be very, very, very careful that we don't start becoming, an overconfident, condescending individual. People won't, look at that and think, hey, I want to be like that. That's not something that will turn people on to a healthy and fit lifestyle. We just have to be very careful. We have to, have that healthy balance of, a healthy amount of pride and a healthy amount of being humble. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, guys, now I'd like to talk a little bit about what you can do to reach your goals, in conjunction with motivation. Guys, one of the first things that we have to think about when it comes to setting goals, again, in conjunction with motivation, is, do we want it? In order to get to your goal, you guys, you have to want it. And nobody's just going to hand it to you. In very, very, very rare cases, is somebody just going to give you exactly what you want. I'm not saying it never happens, but I am saying that it's probably very, very rare that that'll happen. You have to want it. In most cases, like I said, in most cases, you have to take it. If you want something, you guys, you have to go and get it. Like I said, in rare cases, is anybody going to hand it to you? You have to want it. And you have to want it bad enough to work hard for it. It's probably going to be hard. But let me tell you something, guys. It's more than worth it. The benefits of living a healthy, fit, active lifestyle far outweigh the struggle it's going to take you to get to it. Think about it this way, you guys. You're probably going to be in some pain. You're probably going to struggle pretty hard for a little while. But in the long run, that short amount of time that you're going to be struggling and, probably hating life for a little while, that short period of time is nothing in contrast to the rest of your life when it comes to, yes, you're going to struggle for this little amount of time to get to your ultimate goal of living the rest of your life a healthy, better you. Think about that. That little tiny struggle is going to help you live the rest of your life as a better, happier, healthier you. Another thing, guys, that can really help us reach our goals is to clear our minds of doubt and fear. Guys, another thing that the Bible says in 2 Timothy 1:7 is that God did not give us a spirit that makes us afraid, but a spirit of power and love and self-control. So guys, most definitely letting go of doubt and fear can aid you in reaching your goals. Because when you know you can do it, then that gives you all the more drive to do it. When you're not afraid of what other people are going to think of you, when you're not afraid that, oh, I could struggle, I could fall apart, I could really slip up. Yeah, you could, and you probably will. But when you accept that and choose not to be afraid of it, then you can really go out and get it. Don't be afraid of it, you guys. Don't doubt yourselves. You got it. You can do it. You can do it. One thing, guys, that I also choose to do is I pray about it. I don't think that it hurts at all. I talk to God a lot about my own goals and helping me to reach my goals and helping me to have a clear mind and, to be free of worry and doubt. And I think that, prayer, praying to God and asking Him for His help is definitely a good practice to have. What's it going to hurt? Okay, guys, now you've decided that you want it. You've realized that nobody is going to give it to you. You've cleared your mind of doubt and fear. And if you've chosen to, you've prayed about it. Now what do? You focus and you go. Guys, you've prepped yourselves in every way possible. Now what are you going to do about it? You focus on it. You focus your mind. Focus. Focus and go get it. Nothing can stop you, guys. You've already cleared that away. Now you're focused. You're ready to go. Nothing's going to stop you. Guys, let me tell you something. If you walk in with the right mindset, if you walk in with the I can, I will attitude, you'll reach your goals. There's no way you won't. If you walk into it with the I could, I might, or I can't, I won't mindset, chances are you probably won't reach your goals. You have to have the right mindset. That's why I said you have to focus. You have to focus on what you want. If your focus isn't all there, your drive is going to be weaker. If you want something bad enough, you have to focus on it. And when you've focused on it, the only other thing you have left to do is go and get it. Don't think you can. Know you can. Again, don't think you can. Know you can. Do you want it? Well, then go get it. Thanks again for watching, guys. Again, if there's anything that I did not elaborate on properly enough or go into enough detail about and you want me to go into more detail about it, feel free to, drop me a comment or send me an email. I'll be happy to address that. Guys, I want to thank you again for taking the time to watch my video and listen to what I have to say. I hope that you can come away from this with a better understanding that you can reach your goals. Nobody can stop you but you. I believe in you guys. I know you can do it. Now you have to believe in yourself. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great day.